Welcome to 11th edition, where we take an existing Magic card and design 10 more versions of it. I'm Tim.
And I'm Reuben Covington.
Today's card is Shivan Dragon.
It's 4 red for a creature dragon, 5/5 with flying and red. Shivan Dragon gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
All right, so what's your first card?
My second edition is Shivan Mecha Suit.
Ooh.
This is 2 in a red for an artifact vehicle, and it has crew free.
Love it.
So this is Shivan Dragon as a vehicle.
You can get the cost slashed in half.
The fact that it has fire breathing actually means that you can get a lot of damage out of it, despite giving up that extra power by tapping.
By the time you'd cast your 6 mana Shivan Dragon, and like the difference between like 6 and 8 power, 6 and 9 power, it didn't really matter. But you're bringing this Mecha Suit down on turn 3, turn 4, you're going to start crunching people.
Do I pump all my mana into this? And if so, my opponent has removal, that could end up very badly for me. But I think who doesn't want to ride around in a big mechanized dragon?
You're really going to kill people with this card.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a rare for a reason.
Yeah,
I mean, the original Shivan Dragon definitely killed a lot of people as well.
My third edition is Favon Dragon, and notably it's an enchantment creature dragon and has a new ability Figment for red. If you cast this for its Figment cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature that grants this card's other abilities. You may recast it as a creature later for its mana cost.
So this is a bestow variant. Instead of it falling off and becoming a creature, instead you can pay its full mana cost later to turn it from a aura to just a creature.
Yeah, make the Figment real.
But if the creature that it's on dies before you have a chance to cast its mana cost, it's risky.
Yeah.
Definitely gives something the essence of a Shivan Dragon, where they're getting the flying, they're getting the fire breathing. We've had some like interesting fire breathing auras, and we've seen that how that can doesn't end up being too overpowered in limited because you don't often have that much red mana, but then it's very popular in monocolor decks.
Like the last card, it allows you to get a lot of extra mileage early out of your extra red mana. You have now an extra opportunity to cash in your card early if you have a heroic creature, if you have Constellation. So it gives you a reason to cast it early, but it also definitely still is that giant bomb in your hand that lets you just relive your middle school years.
4th edition, Shivan Harbinger. 1 in a red. When Shivan Harbinger enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named Shivan Dragon. Reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. And it has tap, add red, spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons.
Now you not only get to play your Shivan, but you get to look forward to it.
Yeah, just I want to play more Shivan Dragons.
Yeah, it could be more Shivan Dragons. I love it. And you could definitely imagine a cycle of this too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You could do one for Shivan Angel. You could do one for some big green creature. The mana here works nicely casting the body, but also it's helping for the fire breathing.
More fire, yes.
My fiance saw this and was like, I want that in my Scion of the Dragon deck right now.
My 5th edition is Cruel Caller. Shivan Spellshaper. 4 red, tap, discard a card, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token named Shivan Dragon. With red, Shivan Dragon gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
So this makes all your cards into Shivan Dragon. Spellshapers are a pretty interesting mechanic. We haven't seen them much recently. They do have repetitive gameplay concerns, but I'm not sure how much repetitive gameplay there's going to be when the dragon's just killing them.
What are the coolest Spellshapers?
Ooh. I mean, it's definitely something that I dislike, like the ones that bounce spells, etc. Actually, I like some of the ones that make a bunch of zombies tokens.
Yeah, where the discard is it's like a feature of the...
Yeah, you can discard a card that comes back anyway, and it's you're really getting there. I really like this as a Viashino. It plays into the whole kobold myth. You have these lizard folk who aren't quite dragons, but they worship dragons. And
players want to play as dragons in tabletop games, but they can't quite be dragons, so we let them be lizard people.
Yeah.
The new Geared Conclave Exiled, when it attacks, populates. Getting a free Shivan Dragon whenever you attack is pretty good.
Yeah, they're having some interesting token synergies there. For my 6th edition, Shivan Angel. 4 whites for a creature angel 5/5 flying. And Shivan Angel gets +0/+1 until end of turn. Especially in Alpha, whites had toughness pumping a lot more than it does nowadays. We've seen Sarah Sphinx in, Planar Chaos. I was thinking, what if you did a bit more of that?
Alternate history, I like it. So you get to have a devotion battle when your Shivan Angel and your Shivan Dragon fight, because whoever has the more of their true color of mana is going to come out victorious.
Exactly. But what have you got for us next?
A little bit more of a tricky card here. Shivan Tormentor. 3 black, red, red. Black, red. Shivan Tormentor deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain 1 life. The other is, at the beginning of the end step, for each permanent on the battlefield dealt damage this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Shivan Tormentor.
Okay, so you're not wanting necessarily to kill them, just damage them. It just torments them. Actually, killing them is going to make it gain less counters over time.
The alpha flavor text for Shivan Dragon. While it's true most dragons are cruel, the Shivan Dragon seems to take particular glee in the misery of others, often tormenting its victims, much like a cat plays with a mouse before delivering the final blow.
Going with black-red is really playing into that. This seems really nasty with like pyroclasm effects. I'm going to damage everything on the board and gain 7-8 counters.
Sometimes it's a bummer when you like have a pyroclasm or one of the 1 damage cards and it's like, oh, this isn't that relevant on this board. There are a lot of big creatures. Then you have your Tormentor and you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, the gaining life here seems a little bit non sequitur.
Yeah, that's probably true. Might be that the selfishness comes through enough in the second ability. My idea with the gain 1 life was its happiness.
8th edition, velagus, Dragonstorm Herald, legendary creature dragon. And whenever velagus, Dragonstorm Herald attacks, search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, and put it onto the battlefield. Red dragons you control get +1/+0 until end of turn.
What does it take to get the Timmy level super high on a modern card? Yeah. Not necessarily practical, still vulnerable to everything Shivan Dragon is, so still true to Shivan Dragon.
Yep.
But if you attack, oh man, this plan that I have, I'm going to go get this other thing, and then I'm going to attack a second time.
And the final ability is so ridiculous. It's like, yes, if I have multiple dragons, I can pump the whole team.
Let's see how you fare against my army of dragons!
Yeah, you got some cons block dragon tribal going here.
And also a little nod to Dragonstorm, which just searches for a bunch of dragons.
For my 9th edition, I'd like to put the Shiv back in Shivan Dragon. Uncard for you, Shiving Dragon, 4 red for a 5/5 flyer. X discard Shiving Dragon. Shiving Dragon deals X damage to target silver bordered creature you can see from your seat.
Nice. So you're not fired breathing. Oh wait, you have to discard it. Okay, so he's more like a burn spell from hand.
There was like one version of this card that I had that allows you to reveal it to pump anyone nearby. But I just thought of the game where like you're hoarding like 12 mana and messing with 8 games that are within eyesight of you. And that just seemed a little further than they'd go for an ungame.
Still mess with people, right? Because it's instant speed. You can do it, wait till another person down the table of you is in combat and like mess them up or all kinds of things.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to win.
You are discarding your bomb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my final card for today, Shivan Egg. 3 and a red for a creature dragon egg. It's a 0/3 and has when Shivan Egg dies, creates a 5/5 red dragon token named Shivan Dragon with flying and red. This token gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So, do you know the other card that this is referencing?
Well, we've got Ruck Egg and Dragon Egg. Yeah.
Ruck Egg was also a 3 and a red 0/3.
Oh, 3 and a red? Oh, nice callback.
What if those 2 cards had been combined? Maybe they, ran out of space on the print sheets.
There's something when I was a kid, I had a friend who had a bunch of Ruck Eggs somehow. It was miserable to play against. Oh no, they're going to get a bird. What can I do? This is like the most broken thing I've ever seen in my life. And I can just imagine combining the terror of Shivan Dragon with the anticipation of Ruck Egg into this new thing.
When you're new to the game, you're wanting to like attack lots. You don't understand that, they had to pay for that. And if I sit back, their card is literally doing nothing. But I mean, that's part of the game is learning, right? Like, that's a big part of the fun.
Nowadays, like you just know that you're going to have a bounce spell ready or some other thing for when the dragon pops out.
Fly over it.
Take control of it and sacrifice it yourself.
Oh, yeah. Got there.
Alrighty, for our last card, I'm going to stick with that birthing theme a little bit. For my 11th edition, I have Garidaraga's Flame Dawn. There's a little bit of lore behind that, which we'll get in a second. 5 black, red, green. Flying Menace Trample. 8/8. Grandeur. Discard another card named Garidar's Flame Dawn. Create a 6/6 black, red, and green dragon creature token with flying and with the name of your choice.
With the name of your choice?
Yeah, you're the mom. Garidaragaz is the mother of Ramidaragaz, who's more normally known as Daragaz. Daragaz the Reborn, one of the invasion dragons, that kind of stuff. Hey, if it's your child, why can't you name your own dragon?
You know, especially if you have grandeur in the set, like maybe names matter somehow.
Oh,
so you could do something interesting there. And I mean, this is just a giant John's dragon, like 8/8 flying menace trample. I love it how like menace and trample basically don't matter most of the time because it's just already flying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you got it.
But it looks cool. Like,
yeah, both the Daragazes are residents of Shiv, and they both enjoy having abilities that rarely matter on their giant flying bodies.
Yes, I remember playing against Daragaz Reborn. I think it was in Dominaria draft.
He was born as a 6/6 and they got reborn as a 7/7. So maybe if he dies and comes back again, he'll be like his mom and be an 8/8.
Nice. Thanks for joining us for another 11th edition.
If you've got your own version of Shivan Dragon or a request for the next 11th edition, comment below.
You can also reach us at Magic Design Cast and on the Beacon of Creation Discord.
Thanks for watching.